Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's live stream. We are doing question time. If this is your first time here, question time is a chance for you to ask any question you want to ask me, be it about Unreal Engine 4, or Unreal Engine 5, game development, or anything you want at all. It's totally up to you what you want to ask. Apologies for a slight delay tonight. I had some weird issues with the network, but hopefully it will last the stream. And if you don't know how it works tonight, you can ask your question in chat. So you put your question in the chat and I'll grab as many as I can within the hour or so we are doing this for. And we'll try and answer them all live here on stream. So massive thank you and hello to all my patrons and everyone watching live right now. So hello there everyone in chat. I can see we've got Max, Brett, Angus, John, hello. How are you? And welcome anyone that is new to the stream for the first time. We do this every Wednesday, so if you want to catch us every single week, you can do. Okay, so the way it works as well, if you're a Patreon member, you get to ask your question ahead of time. So if you want to become a patron, head to patreon.com/Ryan Laley. And if you go into our Discord, you'll have access to the special question time queue jump, where you can ask your question ahead of the schedule, so you don't have to worry about catching it live in order to get your question answered. So let's grab a question in the Discord and jump over to our live scene here. Okay, so our first live question is from our Discord channel, and that is from the patron Sardina. Hello, Sardina. And their question is how to make a projectile stick a character in the wall behind it. Okay, so for this, I'm actually going to put a character in here first of all, because I'm in the first person template, so I don't have a mannequin. Give me a second, I'll grab a mannequin, put them in. Animation starter pack, we'll put it there. And add that in. Thank you for the donation, Brett. What up, bro? Played Psychonauts 2 yet? Yes, I was literally playing it a couple of hours ago. And speaking of Psychonauts 2, this Saturday, if you remember, I used to do a little video series called Let's Create. This is now going to be a live show. So this Saturday it will be the first live Let's Create, and we are actually making the pyrokinesis effect and ability from Psychonauts 2. So if you want to see how that's made, we're going to attempt to recreate it live on stream. So catch us on Saturday for doing that. Okay, so I brought in the animation starter pack, so we'll create a target for us to hit. And we'll create a character with target dummy. Okay. Okay, so in here we'll put in the mesh to use, and we'll put that. So open up the read it better. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Right, so we've got a target dummy, and I want to be able to shoot this thing, so drag this out here. I will try and answer questions as I go, whilst I'm showing this bit. How long, and who's that asking for? How long have I been using Unreal Engine? And that's from Ghoulie. It's been about 4 years. No, yeah, about 4 years now. Okay, so I've got a character in the scene there. I'm gonna just go in and hit it with a bullet. Okay, and the bullet ignores him, so obviously we need it to hit him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit his physics asset, not the capsule. On the mesh here, go down to the settings here, and I'm going to tell it to block. So at the moment it says it's a query only. So it has no physics collision, which is not what we want. So I'm going to change that to custom. And I want that to be collision enabled, but I want it to ignore everything, basically. So we'll do overlap everything, but projectile will make it block. Now everything else doesn't really matter because it's not going to fall anywhere because the capsule here is set to hold most of its collisions, so totally fine. So just to see how that works with this now. No, okay, then we'll check the projectile and make sure that that's set to collisions as well. Okay, so collision component, and we go down here, and we're going to tell this to pawn here. So it's ignoring pawns, set to block pawns. Now they've probably put that down as ignore pawn by default because it doesn't want you to collide with your own bullet. Easy way around that is if you go onto here on begin play on the projectile, that is, we'll do ignore actor when moving with the collision component, and the actor will be the instigator, so whoever shot the bullet, and we'll tick should ignore. And on the character, we'll just make sure the instigator is set up correctly on that. Never know these things. So spawn actor, no he hasn't, so it's instigator, we'll do self. Now it won't collide with itself, the player. Go. Okay, so that hits him there. So now we can hit his pawn. We want to be able to detect what part we've hit him at and at what angle, so then we can pin him to the wall behind him. Okay, so on the target dummy here, on the event hit. So we're going to get a hit event and the other. And the other, I'm just going to compare that to a projectile. So just do a cast to projectile, save time. That. And then we'll do a line trace. So line trace by channel. And we'll do line trace is going to come from the hit location as a starting point, and then we'll get the hit direction. So what direction was it going in when he got hit? So for that, I think we're looking at the hit normal. We're going to multiply that. I can't remember which way around this goes, so this might be a negative, but I'll put in like 1,000. I'd make it a bit bigger actually, 2,000, and put that in a plus vector, and then plug that into the end. We're adding in the hit location on here, so it should project backward. I think the hit normal actually will be negative. Make that negative. Okay, I'm going to change that now to draw debug for duration. See it working. And if and then we'll do destroy actor. So it destroys the projectile. I think. Okay, let's just see if that projects the line correctly, because that's what we want. Okay. No, we've got it going the wrong way. Okay, that's fine. So it is not a negative. I had it right first time. Never doubt myself. I do see questions coming up in chat. I will answer them as soon as I've finished going through this. How to pin a dummy to a wall behind it. Okay, so I hit it with the projectile, and it's done a line trace back behind it. So I know where to pin him to. Okay. Next, we're going to enable physics and things. So we're going to do first of all a branch to make sure that we've actually hit something, like a wall behind it. And then we'll take the out hit and break that. And on the target dummy here, we're going to enable physics on the mesh. Set enable physics. No, simulate physics, sorry. Simulate physics. Set to true. And plug that into true. So that will go in like Ragdoll mode, basically. The mesh, we've already told it to have physical connections, but we have to tell it to also block world static. So we'll block world static and dynamic. Why not? Yeah, do that. And then on the then we want to send it somewhere. So I need to attach it to a place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn physics. No, not spawn. Add physics handle component. No, not that handle. Constraint component. And we're going to spawn it at that location. So let's split this. And location is the location of the hit. Then on the physics constraint, I'm going to set up here to constrain the component, the mesh. Right, set constraint component. Oh yeah, just do that. That'd be easier. That way, no, it's going to be correct. And we'll constrain it by the bone name, and the bone name we're going to get from this hit event here. So break this one, and this is where the projectile hit him. So I've got hit bone name. We'll drag that out and put that in there. Okay. What else? Constrain. I guess I need to send him to that location as well, because I don't think that'll work as it is. So let's just test that. No. So let's do that. So we'll set location. That location to this location here. See what that does. P. Oh yeah. Whoops. When you're doing set world location, you have to turn teleport on. It's a physics-based thing. Not quite. Why can't I get into attack? If I remember rightly, I think it has an issue with the. I guess I can use the linear motor and turn that on. And turn off the set world location. The motor means it will pull it towards a certain point. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, so I think there's something going wrong with the cancellation between world location and local location. Ah, that's why. Relative transform, that's why. So I need to take this location here and transform it from a world space to a local space. So it's inverse transform location. Didn't see it had relative. And that's just get actor. Okay, let's try this now. Okay. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Right. Why is this not? Now, is this the position target? Is this going to be relative to the motor? Not too sure, I can't remember. So what we'll do set linear position target. It doesn't say there either. Okay, we'll try it as the location of this. See if it's a wild location. I've got a feeling it's relative. Don't know. Right, let's try it with the relative location. This one. Maybe if I increase the strength up a bit. Go to here. Strength. And it's up to 500. Any difference? Oh, linear limits. That's locked, so we'll make that 3. Maybe that had something to do with it. Oh, it's pulling him. Need a bit more strength. By 2000. That was weird. Let's try something a lot higher then. Let's try 5,000. But I don't feel like this is right. I don't know what's going on there. Assessed. Right, I'm going to try to do it without a physics constraint and just see if I can set its location. First of all, teleport it to that location. So set world location mesh, teleport it, and location there. I don't think it'll constrain it to the wall though. It just drops it to the wall like that. Maybe if I do that and then add a physics constraint to it. I'll turn the thing off. And I'll turn off the motor. And I'll lock the X, Y, Z. And hopefully that just locks into place. I think it just has an issue with the default components on the character. That's what we had the issue with last week, I think. No, that's not. Like for example, if I made another mesh, would that work with a different mesh? Skeletal mesh. Test that theory out. And this one will clear. This one we set there. Collision on. Custom. Collision enabled. Overlap everything but block static, dynamic, physics, and projectile. Okay, let's try. Oh, wait, whoops. Need to go to the event graph and plug in that mesh instead. Yeah, last week I had issues with the default mesh. I wonder if that is still the case here. Test this out. Oh, whoops. try this, and then we'll go on to some answers. If I don't solve it in this one, I'll just skip it and go to the next question. No, it don't seem to like it, does it? We're halfway there. It does seem to be like pinned somehow, but don't like it. What if I told his physics to lock the position in the YZ? That affect all the bones? I've done it with a skeletal mesh before like that. Oh, yeah, issues there. So if I turn that on over here rather than constrain it. Skeletal mesh. Set constraint. Profile. No, not that one. Set constraint. Mode. Do that. And if I go over here and turn it off. So turn these ones to lock, but then change it to none. I'll change it back to 6 DOF, does it? Yeah, okay. I'll change it to none and then switch it to that one after. Moved it. Will that keep it in the place there? Oh, there you go. Dangling. There you go. Alright. Test that again. And it will pin also to physics objects. So if I do it here, it'll pin to this, and I can then. Oh no, it'll lock to that position. It's not actually pinned to it, but nonetheless, that's cool. One more test. In the head. Oh, I hit the floor. Oh yeah, because it's a weird angle. I bounced off his head a bit. So just. I don't know. Whatever. So that'll do. Anyway, we're going to move on to some other questions. Sorry it took so long to go through that one. We'll go for a little bit longer then to make sure we get some more questions from people. Okay, so let's have a look in chat and see what questions we've got from people. Question from John Kent. Question: I was trying the replication tutorials and tested setting a number of clients to 4. This resulted in the listener and first client working fine, but 2 others not responding at all. Okay. It should be fine. But it depends on what you mean by responding. What are you testing the response for? Because there might be something going wrong there. As it should be fine for all the clients. I mean, I test it with 2 clients, 1 server, and it works fine. Yeah, so but you could probably you can even attach the actor to the component that you hit as well. To do that, you want to make it attached to physics objects. Yeah. They would spawn in with a camera, but no character or controller. Make sure you have enough player start positions. That'd be my suggestion, John. Okay. Ilya Zero, so if I pronounced that wrong. I'm kind of curious. Let's say I have AI outside of a building and he heard a player inside. Closest way is through a door. How to tell the AI that it could walk through doors and open them. Okay, let's do that then. Let's make an AI go through a door. Okay, so I actually use a target dummy. And we'll give him this animation starter pack. Does it come with a thingy bob? Yeah, actually we'll use this guy. Well, comes with stuff already. And we'll make some AI stuff in here. So let's make a AI controller first of all. And we'll go through how to make an AI go through doors. And there's a couple of ways you do it, depending on what kind of game you're making. I'll go through both. Okay, and we'll make the behavior tree. The behavior. And NPC Blackboard. Okay, in the AI controller, we'll get him to run the behavior tree, and we'll choose NPC behavior tree. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna make him just not listen out for us, just always follow us. That's what I'm gonna get him to do. So on the behavior tree of that, we're gonna do a selector. Sequence and move to. So I said I'm not going to worry about him finding us. He's just go to new key. Call it target actor. Go back to behavior tree. Set that to. Oh, got save the other one. Oh wait, yeah. Whoops. Go into key type and switch this to character. There you go. Now it'll work. There you go. Okay, so right, so we'll make him do that, and on the AI controller here, when he runs behavior tree, we're going to set Blackboard. Get Blackboard first. Get board. Then set value as object. And object value will be get player character. Key name to make literal. And just put in. Okay, so that will do that. We'll tell our target dummy. No, not target dummy. Our guy here to follow the AI controller of the my AI controller. Okay, let's just get him actually see if he gets him walking around first, and then we'll mesh. Okay, and we'll make this fairly large. Oh, okay. Right, so let's see if he actually just follows us around. Yep, there you go. Okay. Right, now let's put a room in with a door. So I'm going to go into geometry, box in, and I'm going to just scale up this box over here to 1000, 1000, 1000. And we'll make it hollow. Bam. And we'll put a hole in it as well. I'll put another box in. And we'll make this subtractive. And we'll just make it a bit bigger. Make it 300. And in the Z, we'll make it 300 as well. Okay, one room. So I hit play. He should find his way into the room, no problem. No door, obviously. Okay, so let's make the door. So make a door actor. here. We'll simple cube here. And we'll make it 3 times like that way and 3 times this way, and that should fit in that hole. Actually, I'll just we'll make it work for the player as well. I'll just do a very simple version of this. Box collision. Put this. So that is 100 and 300. Oh wait, this is half that. And that'll do there. This one I'll increase by 150 in height. Okay. Okay, and that'll do there. Right, now let's set up the overlaps thing. Other actor will do cast to actually no, we don't need to do cast, we can just to get player character. Actually no, I'll make it even easier. I'll just make the door open. And we'll call a custom event on here. Open door. Timeline. Position. Float. Position. So I'm zipping through this because this is not the main brawl of the question. One. Box. Set relative location. That'll be this multiplied by, oh, wrong one. This multiplied by vector. Okay. And the position we want here is minus 300. But I want to add on here the offset that I have here already offsetted, 150 here. And that offsets because the door has been already moved by 150 in the Z. Okay, that does that. And if I walk into this thing, if we are, we'll just call it fine. Okay. Oh wait, got actually put in the world would help. In back. So at the moment, the AI won't go to me because he can't reach me because the door's in the way. Open. Did I call that thing? Open door, play. Yeah, overlap. Oh, it's stuck in the wall. Oh, yeah. Oh, moving the box. I want to move the cube. There we go. Yeah, so now the door's open, he'll come to me, okay? So let's just, if I stay out in here, he won't reach me. Okay. Well, okay, he can't get to me whatsoever. So there's a few ways around this problem. The first way is to make the door actually not affect the collision at all. So for example, you go into here, go to cube, and down, probably search for it, be better. Type in nav, and you'll see can ever affect navigation. You can just turn that off, and you'll notice now the path goes through the door. So he'll just come through the door now, like that. Because he doesn't see it as an obstacle, he'll just try and go through it. So that's him just walking up to an automatic door and opening it. If you want him to actually walk up to the door and then head to like a button on the wall and then hit the button to open the door, something else like that, that is something else you have to worry about. So I can go through that if you wish. Let's see that. But that is the simplest way. Want me to do the button on the wall? Make him go to the button on the wall. Okay, brilliant. That's right. So I may make a video in future of how to actually do it. It's a bit more involved to make him walk over to a button, hit a button, so forth. Maybe we'll do that as a video series at some point in the future. So next question. Vlad is asking, hi Ryan, how do I do a spawner that randomly puts one of everything from the list in a selected place and has no duplicates for a puzzle game? Sure, okay. So, let me get rid of this guy because he's going to get annoying really quick. Let's make something. Let's do it on a game mode. We'll do it on the game mode. And on our game mode, we're going to make it spawn something of different shapes, for example. Okay, so let's say, for example, we have a list of static meshes. Okay, so static mesh array. Whatever array it is, you do whatever it is. But to save time, I'm just going to use the static mesh. Static mesh, object reference, and make it an array. And then what I'm going to do is on begin play here is we are going to do a for loop for each item in here. Okay, not for each loop, sorry. I'm losing my mind. So on here, I'm going to get that and we're going to do a for loop for the amount that we have in here. So here is type in last index. That'll go to that. Okay. While it's doing this, one good thing to do probably would be to do a list here of I'll call it temp array for now. I can't think of a name. It'll do. On begin play, we're going to get static mesh array and make it set itself to the temp array and go into that. Then on the index of this, we are going to spawn actor from class, and we'll spawn a static mesh actor, and we'll set the static mesh here. The static mesh component to a random one from that array. Okay, so temp array get random. Okay. The problem you will have with this currently is if you were to do something like remove item and plug in this, you may think that that does it. It doesn't. What it is actually doing is getting the random again. So it's going to remove the different one. So what you actually want to do here is once you've got the random one, you want to store that as a variable. So chosen mesh, we'll call it. Pop that in there. And then we'll do remove from that array and remove the chosen mesh. That. So the next time it goes around, it should have less items to choose from in that temp array. And so on and so forth. And that's it, really. Spawn transform, we'll do get random point in navigable radius. Put that in the location. Origin, we'll get player character location, so actor location. Actor location. No? Oh yes, it's game. We're in the game mode, aren't we? We'll put that in there. Make it spawn randomly within 1,000 radius. Okay. And hit compile, and that'll do. So all we have to do then is set on a static mesh array all the various meshes we want to use. So cube, a cone, sphere, and cylinder. And that should do it. You should get 4 of them. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, hello. No, why are you doing that? I know why. You probably want to do a timer event. Yeah, no, that won't work. And the reason why it won't work is because the way for loops work, they happen within 1 tick. It does all of this in 1 tick, and the removal of this doesn't actually resolve itself until the thing's finished. So, you'll need to do a timer, not a loop like this. So yeah, do a timer. Timer. Do a time of really short time, 0.1 will be fine. Looping. Custom event. Spawn thing. Goes through that. Before we do that though, we are getting the temp array here and their length. And if it is less than or equal to 0, false would go into here, then true, you want to clear this timer. So this timer here, you want to promote that to a variable. So then you can call it back here and clear and invalidate it so it stops doing it. And that should do it, because then it's taking it 1 by 1 from the array. Okay. Play. Oh. Why are you doing that? Ugh, effort. Okay. Better done classes, but never mind. Set ability. That mesh component. Bit to You wouldn't normally have to do that if you're doing like actors. No. Again, what's wrong? Color set state mesh on state mesh. Oh, wait. I've got to do it before I do this. Oh, there you go. There's the cube. Yeah, I've got 2 cubes. And then the sphere. Sphere. Thing. We got. Oh no, one. No, hang on. What have I got in here? I've got a cube. What were the shapes I had? Cube. And a cylinder, wasn't it? And I didn't get the cylinder. Why is it doing a double? No, I don't know why that's not working. Cone, cylinder, sphere. Could put it on the thing, and we've got a cone, so we're getting 2 of one of them, a double of one. Oh, what's that? That's going to be the cube, I guess. It's just underneath. Top, one of the 2. Cone, cylinder, cone. Yeah, like you're always getting 2 the same. Is it because this chosen mess? I'm gonna change that though. I'm gonna make, just to test this out, if I set this to nothing, and let's work this out. Got 4 items. It goes through here. First time it goes through, not this, so it goes spawn mesh. Let's say so. Choose the cone. Ability. Set the mesh. Oh wait, that's why. Whoops. Didn't plug it into the chosen mesh. Right, now we got cylinder, cone, cube on the outside. Oh, I guess that's a cube somewhere. Sphere. Could be on. It could be on the roof. Let's just delete this damn thing. So we've got the sphere, the cylinder, this cube, and the cone. There you go. That's the issue. I plugged it into the random by accident. I should have done the mesh. Okay. Kind of be a delay after for. Delay doesn't really work inside of a for loop necessarily. It's great to use one in there. Jason Hall, I'm sure you've gotten this before, but what's your take on when to use functions versus macros? Okay, so a function is best used if you want something to do a calculation or something all within itself. So it solves it and then it moves on. A macro doesn't do that. So a macro, so for example, let's just make an example of these. So let's do get player character, and then we'll do cast, do first person character, and so forth. Okay, imagine that this is a macro. Okay, we can convert this to a, I'm gonna copy and paste this actually. So if I convert that to a macro, okay, macro, cool. This macro has this code in there. You have to add like the inputs things, obviously. Do that quickly. Workable. Add. This is a really bad example, so don't ever do this, by the way. I just want to show you the difference between the two here. Okay, so a macro, when it gets fired, it basically is a block of code that gets called at the end. So imagine I've plugged this into here. What it's doing is it'll go in here and then it'll step through it and do the bits inside of it, okay? A macro is best used if you find yourself repeating the same code over and over and over again. A function doesn't do that. So a function resolves itself all within that single block. So once it goes into it, it resolves it before it moves on to the next one. That's why it can be problematic if you put like recursive stuff inside of a function. It tends to stop you from doing that. So one thing that you can't do in a function, for example, is latent things. So for example, in a function, if I made this the one I copied, where is it? It is. I made this into a function. Inside your function, you can't have latent stuff. So you can't have delays, for example. You can't have timelines. You can't have move component twos. Anything that requires time to change something. So delay is a latent function. It's latent because you can tell by this little clock icon. This clock icon means it takes time for it to resolve. A function can't do that because it has to resolve in that single millisecond of it being called. So a function has its place as a thing that is best pulled from something else. You tend to want to call functions from other actors, other classes, and do stuff like that. Whereas macros tend to be more of a functionality for you to keep organized. That's probably the best way to think about it. So if you find yourself repeating code often, like typing the same stuff over and over and over again, make it a macro. It saves you a lot of trouble. Like for example, a for each loop, for example, is a macro, because you doing this every time you do a loop through an array would be killer. It'd be a nightmare. So it's a macro. So you can make standard macros like this available elsewhere too. Whereas a function wouldn't be like that. It would be something you can call up and want to change something on another actor or do something with its variables or something like that. Hi Ryan, this is from Vlad. Your inline text really good. How do I animate the X button in it? So the best thing to do with animation with that is to use the material editor for that. So animate it via materials. Guess I can go through that quickly here. So let's make a data table. Choose the rich image row. Okay. I'll also need one for the rich line text style row. Okay. Then we're going there. Add. Name this one default. You don't have to name it default. It just picks the first row, but for organization's sakes, I recommend naming it default. And we'll set the font here to Roboto. White. In there. Okay. Save. And close that. Then on the image here. Oh, I need to add an image. Hold on. I think I have one somewhere. Give me a sec. So if I drag in an image, oh wait, if I drag in here, I got an A button there. You've got add a brush in here. We'll add it to A button, and if I set the brush here to just the A button, okay, so icon, this one. Okay. That's all well and good, but it will be static. So if you want it to animate, you need to make it a material instead. So on here, I guess you would have to do it like this. Okay. And on here, you make this a UI material. And put that in there. And then you mess about with this screen position here. So if you want it to like the hover like that, which I'm guessing is what you're trying to do. If you want it to animate, you do that. If it's more complex animation, doing stuff like that, you'll need a sprite sheet of it animating. And then you can use the material editor to do sprite sheets. So let's do a quick sine wave on this. Sine. And multiply this by that. Multiply this by actually we'll do a 2 vector. Make it just go up and down. So that'd be this one. 10. I don't know. Preview. Let's make a widget and see if it appears there. Okay. So for example, if I drag an image in, let's see if it just animates on the screen. Yeah, it's not having it, is it? I think this needs to be added to something. I think it needs to be added to its current position. Weird, because it's, I don't know, I've never done it with a UI thing before. Give me a sec. So position in screen position, and UP pixel position will do this plus this. Yeah, maybe it should go like that. That's what we're trying to simulate. I don't know if that's correct. The screen position here. I think that's referring to more 3D stuff. Not having it over here. Hold on. Position. You may be best just making a sprite sheet then, and using this on a sprite sheet. I'm not too sure how it works with screen position UI thing. Let me have a quick look at the box. The interface. Okay, so it's not this one. World position? I feel like that doesn't make much sense, but yeah, so you get this issue. make float 3, I guess, right? No, I want to break that then, don't I? No, we do append. That's a 2 on there, so append vector. Delete that. There. And append, we'll just put in 0. This is a 3 vector, this is a 2 vector currently, so we'll do like that. But I don't. Oh wait, there you go. Showing something. Yeah, it did something. Oh, there you go. There you go. Moving. Oh, it's not showing up here though. Oh, there you go. Cool. So that means we can use that now. So I need to make this actually also masked. I need to use the alpha channel of this. Oh. So yeah, so you can do it. We have to just put in the absolute world position, which to get its current position. This is what you're changing it by. Okay, so that does that. That does this. File. Wait, I have to probably save this. Wait, is the alpha channel on this botched? Shouldn't be. Seems okay. Cool. Right, now we've got that there. That's fine. Okay, rich text block. Let's put one of these in. Okay, textile sheet is this one. Decorator class. Add new one. Sure. And in here. Oh wait, the wrong decorator. Whoops. Decorator. Rich text image decorator. Used that one. Okay. A widget. Let's use the one. And hit compile. Okay, in there. Okay, so we'll do press. And then it is the image. I can't remember what we do now. ID equals a button. To interact with. I'll save. Oh wait, I forgot the slash. No, what have I missed? Oh, damn. Yes, hang on. Like a sieve. I made the video last week. Did name it that, didn't I? A button, yeah. Oh wait, I need to change it to also this one. So that. What did I miss? Image ID slash. Yeah, no, that's right. Save that. I'll save that. I'll save that. Wait, not working. One, yep. Hey, why is it not working? Yes, image. Oh, there you go. I had a space in there by accident. Okay, there you go. So push A to interact. It's now animated. Doing thing there. Okay. Two mistakes. I had a space just before the slash. Don't need a space. But there you go. You can make that do that. And as I said, if you want it more complex, you need to make it a sprite sheet inside of here, which you can do. If you do the sprite node here, plug in the stuff in here, and you plug in all the settings, and it will go through the sprite sheet. Yeah. But there you go. Okay, cool. Right, next one. We'll do one more question, I think. Before we go. Hey Ryan, I hope you're feeling well. I'm okay. I've been ill actually the past 2 days. I'm not great today either, but we're here anyway, so it's fine. I'm kind of curious when spellcasting stream will be available. I got a notification about it on my phone, but it got unfortunately removed. So it is exclusive to patrons for one more week, and then it'll be out the week. So next Saturday. No, not this Saturday coming. The Saturday after. It'll be available for everyone else on YouTube. But until then, patrons have access to it as an exclusive bonus benefit for them. Who else we got here? Astro Cricket. I've been making a Geometry Dash 3D remake. I was wondering how to rotate the player whenever they jump. Okay. I've never heard of Geometry. What the hell is that? Have a look. Oh, it's one of those things. Yeah, so yeah, the animation of it could be, it depends on how you're doing it. If you're doing a 3D model of it, you can just tell it to just rotate the thing. So hang on. It'll look really odd as a player character, but I'll do it as a player character. So whenever the player jumps, they rotate 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay, so on here we've got the jump event happening somewhere. This is gonna look really odd, by the way. Yes, but it should be funny. Where's my jump event? There it is. The camera's gonna go do like a front flip. Okay, so on here, you want to basically change their rotation around. Now, on this case, because my character, I'm using a character class. Character class has some limitations on what it can do by default, so you need to turn it off. So on the thing here, we are going to tell it to. We'll do it like a front flip style. No, what way should we do it? Make it roll, I guess. That'd be interesting. Okay, so make it roll. So on a character movement here, I'm gonna scroll down to this and just check a setting. Rotation settings. On the rotation settings here, I'm going to use controller desired rotation. Click that on. And this is how fast they're going to turn. So 360 degrees means they're going to do 360 in 1 second. That's how quick it's going to be. So on here, if I do set controller roll. Oh, no, sorry. Add controller. No, hang on. I'll type in roll. Add controller roll. There you go. And type in 90. It's going to try and match that angle. You don't want this turned on because that will override the rotation rate. I think. Just jump now. Yep. Add to it. I think the roll also has a limit on it at the moment. So let's just turn that off. Get layer controller rotation. No, it's not rotation, it's roll. And you want to set the max. No, oh, what's it called? Max. Where is it? Hang on. Where else controller? Might be camera. Set roll. Oh, there you go. It's the camera manager. So set roll min we'll do here as -180, and set roll max as 180. Do the whole 360 degrees. Okay, let's test that out now. I'm not doing it. Jump. Input roll scale, mate. Issue. Just print string that. Input scale. That's saying you don't normally use roll in games like for this purpose. Interesting. Oh wait. Camera. I'm gonna turn off use pawn control rotate. That off. Do you want that? Is there a limitation on that? I don't know if the camera can do that. It'd probably be alright in the third person. It's just because I'm using the camera, and the camera you don't notice the camera. Don't know. I mean, if I changed it round to your, put that in as 90 here. Yeah, so your works fine. I think it's just because the camera's weird. It's doing something it's not meant to be doing. Let's slow that down a bit. So that is, maybe turn off the. So because I'm using your now instead, you want to turn that off. This is gonna again break for first person, but yeah. Maybe slow down the rotation rate to 90. Oh wait, for this we'll have to turn off the cameras. See it working. Turn off their control rotation. Yeah, turn with it. So let's turn that rate up a bit, I think. But that's using the yaw, obviously, and you shouldn't have this problem when you do it with the character. But you can use the control rotation to do that, or you can just set it to rotate with an R interp as well. So you got using if you're using a character, you can use a control rotation. Might get a bit fiddly. Or if you're just rotating just the mesh around, you could use R interp 2 and tell it to rotate to a plus angle on it. So we've got it's quite a few ways to make it spin. You can make an animation of it. So I don't think we I don't really want to go ahead and make the whole character do it. No, I'm going to, and I. Yep, screw it. We'll just make it quickly. Character do it properly. Bring on camera. Oh. Mesh. We'll set to cube. 2. That'll do. Fine. Spring arm. We'll put it around the side. So. That. Camera position here. Spring arm. Make it a bit longer. Okay, and we'll do a jump event in here. Jump. And we'll take to jump. And on here, we're going to tell the mesh to rotate. So on here, we can have target rotation. And we'll put theta. And on the jump, we get the target rotation, and then we're going to combine it with 90 degrees in the Y. And then set that back to target rotation. Okay. Then on the tick event, we're going to do an R interp 2. The current will be the mesh rotation, relative rotation, and plug that in there. And for the turn, we're going to do set relative rotation. That target will be target rotation. Total time, plug into there. Interp speed, we'll put in 5 for now, and up and down. Okay, let's drag this thing in the world. So, I'll take to possess this thing. Let's player 0. Get rid of this one. Wait. So you see how he does this weird sort of turn like that? Yeah. So that little weird turn motion is because he will try and he's gonna try and rotate to a point, and it'll go the shortest distance. So what you want to do, there is a thing. No, where is that? No, it's on something. You can set it to not do the shortest rotation. Is that on? Can't remember what it was on. Hmm. What was that on? Hmm. Good. Might be skeletal. Yeah, the static mesh. Oh. Uh, what was about? Yeah, it still does it for this. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not rotating around like that. Um. Probably. I don't know about that one. That's a weird one. I'll look into it. If I find it, who was asking for it, I'll message you directly. Who was it? Astro Cricket. Astro. I'll have a look into it. Why it's how to get it to stop doing the shortest. Uh, it might be a way. It might be just have to reset this value rotator here. But we're gonna have to end it there. Unfortunately, we do have to put an end at some point. What we'll do is we'll pause it there, and next week we'll continue question time. So, thank you for your questions. Sorry if your question didn't get answered. It was quite big ones today. But we'll go over them more next week. Vlad, are you gonna do blind firing from cover video, Ryan? Maybe in time, not right now. There's a big series coming up soon. Speaking of which, coming soon this month to Patreon is the start of the JRPG series. You'll see a preview of that. You can find it on Discord. That's like using the Paragon characters that do like a Final Fantasy-esque turn-based Japanese RPG. So that'll be starting this month. as well as as you just saw today, the start of the online session series that is continuing on from now on. You got RTS series continuing, and you've got another new series coming out soon, which is the cinematic storytelling, which is all like Mass Effect dialogue choices using the sequencer with multiple choices and things like that. This Saturday we'll be live, and we're doing Let's Create. We're going to try and recreate the Psychonauts 2 pyrokinesis effect. So we're going to try and go through that live on Saturday. So thanks again for watching. If you want to catch up of this live stream and all my videos before anyone else, head on to patreon.com/RyanLaley. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.